Welcome back to another video. Today we will be giving you tips and tricks with the Rapid Blaster Deco for solo queue. All of it in under 5 minutes. So why play Rapid Blaster Deco? Has great range and poke, great kit, and very versatile in different situations with a number of playstyles. But can struggle in open maps, does not paint very well, and good positioning is required for the weapon to be effective. The main gimmick of the weapon is, compared to all the other blasters, it shoots at a fast rate similar to a Luna Blaster, and at a great range, similar to the range blaster, but the blast radius is significantly smaller and deals less damage, with an indirect hit doing 35 damage and a direct being 85, which means it will either take 3 indirect or a direct and an indirect to spot an opponent. And just like most blasters, when jumping you have inaccuracy. The weapon comes with a torpedo sub and an inkjet as their special. The kit fits the weapon very well, with the torpedo sub being able to combo with the weapon, and using inkjet to pressure from afar. Combo. There is a simple combo with this weapon. That is to roll the torpedo on the ground so it will explode in front of your opponent's face and fire a direct shot to get a one-shot splat instead of having to fire 2 shots. Or use the torpedo to distract them from targeting you and fire 2 shots to spot them. Having a teammate damage an opponent slightly can also come with a direct shot for it does 85 damage. Positioning and spacing. You want to be positioned where your blast radius can be effectively used. For examples, poke behind walls and bridges or even the tower in tower control to output consistent damage. But always be mindful of where you position, because if you do get stuck in a 1v1 where the opponent has the advantage via high ground, or you have no escape routes or no support from your teammates, you have no hope in winning and can get easily punished. Because it isn't a very good one-on-one weapon, the weapon can be hard to use, for it can be hard to hit shots when opponents are close, and needing the main weapon to hit the opponent a minimum 2 times makes it a slow splat time, so the opponents can easily splat you if not hitting your crucial shots. A good tip is always have a good distance between you and your opponents, for one of its biggest strengths is the blast radius, and how you can hit most opponents without them hitting you back. And always have an escape plan, for if they do decide to push you, you can always retreat and use your range to your advantage. And always position in big choke points, so you can hit multiple enemies at once, using the big area of effect damage that you can put out with the blast radius. In fights. On offense, play around your teammates when they push up. Assist them by throwing torpedoes and weaken them with the poke of the blast of your main weapon. If the teammates are too far up, play for objective or be a backliner and position yourself for your teammates to jump to you when they respawn. Or look for an isolated 1v1 that you know you can take and win. Or if your teammate isn't taking the initiative, you can always push up yourself. But be aware, it is not the best weapon, for it doesn't have a great paint or 1v1 very disadvantage. If you have inkjet up, you can use it to pressure opponents and deal with backliners on the other team. Try to take space as much as possible so your team can also push up. Don't be afraid of getting splatted at times, for your death can be vital in different situations, where your teammates can capitalize on the pressure you have created, but do not get splatted with no intent or splatted when you could have avoided it. When playing defense, if the other team pushes, use the torpedo combo or just poke them down with the main weapon. If they have a special up, like Crab Tank, Trizooka, and Tri-Strike, you can either contest or run to reposition yourself in a better spot. I suggest backing off, for the poke and pressure that you bring is always valuable, and positioning yourself in choke points in which opponents have to traverse through is always a good thing, for the enemy team having to respect your blast radius and your area of effect damage. When low ink, repositioning is a good idea, for it fills your ink tank, and the opponents can be surprised by your reposition. And jumping back to base is always a good option in desperate needs. My main philosophy with this weapon is stay alive as long as possible, for each second you're alive can be used to pressure and take objectives during the game. Because when you're splatted, you have no control or influence during the game. Try to aim for 3 or 4 deaths per game. Gear, have swim speed and sub-saver as mostly your main points of gear, but you can use these gears as reference. Swim speed helps you run away faster, and sub-saver to throw more torpedoes. You can also use special power-up to further make the inkjet better, and use intensify action if you want to jump and shoot with better accuracy. And always have stealth jumps so you can easily go back into battle if you get splattered. But really, you can use whatever you're most comfortable with, and if you struggle with ink, use ink saver. It really does not matter. Thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing and leave a comment on what I could do better during the video and what weapon I should do next. Thank you.